long has it been since we started this thing? Like the first video?
The first
2.5 weeks.
About 2 weeks.
Okay, so 2 weeks into this, and this is what you got done so far?
Yeah,
you guys
this is what, 11 hours?
total?
Yeah,
About a total of 11 hours of work so far,
And
which apparently is on par.
is it really? I mean, I know working with resin like a little bit because I had to do some like old military models with this stuff, but I've never actually tackled anything this huge.
Well, the thing is that it's not the resin, and it's not like all the little parts, or it's not any one thing. It's just the fact that you have to go slow and steady with it.
Yeah, I know, because other than this magnitude, you really do not want to just go, oops, I broke it.
Oh,
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah, because we've pinned it, and we have pictures of that. We've magnetized it. Like I just got done magnetizing the weapon systems.
Magnets.
Yeah, with the rare earth mags. Just picked those up at Hobby Lobby.
Now, what did you use to bore that hole again for the magnets?
I used a Dremel tool with just one of the small drill attachments to make a guide hole. And then I went back with my second Dremel tool and then just used the sanding attachment and just sanded down into it. That's why I'm covered in resin and stuff right now.
So is it the flat disc or is it like the cylinder?
It's the flat disc. I used the flat disc one. Wherever I put it. I used that one.
Okay.
And then pictures.
Yeah, we'll show a picture of it.
But as Dan pointed out, no, the big one's supposed to go in the center. They're staggered.
Yeah, the three is there. One.
It's supposed to be like
And
3, 4, 5, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out which side goes where. But
Oh,
three
okay.
is three.
Well, anyway, as Dan pointed out, whenever you're working with resin and stuff, make sure, especially if you're drilling and whatnot,
You
cover
got
your
a
mouth.
mask.
Yeah, use a mask, use something because it is a fine particulate matter and it will give you cancer.
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
Yes.
In the state of California.
Only California.
Only in California we get cancer.
Avoid,
Your
yeah,
Texas, you're
avoid
fine.
Oh,
this
no.
in California.
Now hang on, we have to stay on topic because people complained that we just rambled too much last time.
You're having too much fun, I couldn't stop you.
Yeah.
Anyway, so far we've pinned the waist, the thigh joints, and where the shin goes into the foot pads. We glue the toes, each glue on individually. The armor above each of the toes glues on individually. There's individual toe pistons, which were a pain in the ass.
Yeah, that's something I was gonna tell the viewers is that there's pistons in the toes,
Yes.
pistons in the shins.
Yeah, and we're readjusting those pistons because we just set the joints, the ankle and the knee. We set those tonight.
Oh, and the knee is pinned.
So it's not like this thing comes in a static position. You literally change the pistons the way you want the contrapposto setting of the knees and feet and toes in this vehicle.
Because a lot of the ones I've seen online and stuff on Forge World's Facebook, like if you're a fan of Forge World, you should go onto their Facebook and like them. They have a lot of awesome stuff on there. I've seen ones where, the foot's in the air about to stomp somebody. I've seen one where they used a piece of Games Workshop terrain that's the Rhino that's been destroyed with the craters around it, like it's stomping that. We just went with, there's a slight motion to it, so there's slightly bent knees and everything, but we don't want to do anything crazy because you don't want this thing tipping over.
Yeah.
Yeah, you want to be able to use it and play it on the game, and I just thought about making a diorama initially, but you want to be able to pick it up and say, okay, I'm going to move it this many pieces.
Yeah.
And so you're able to do that. So.
And then we have, so from the waist down, it's 80% done. Because there's still big leg shields, or shield armors that go on here, and then the kneecaps and little pieces on the back.
What we have here is the main support skeleton with the legs and the toes complete.
Yeah.
Okay. There's armor that goes on each side and on the front, and the legs will be done. And then there's the piece that goes here. Then we have the fine details left, which are going to be the pistons here in the hips, and there's going to be exhaust wires that come from underneath here, underneath the legs, that go around to the front or the back. There's a piece that we have right here, which is going to signify it's going to be the front. And then there's the extra pieces that are going to finish off the bottom.
So it's what, 75% then?
I'd say 80 to 90. This is just detail work.
You had mentioned that there really wasn't a whole lot of cleanup work on these pieces. Like there were no real molding lines or like.
No, I mean there's been a minimal flashing. The only major thing has been when you actually take it off of where the resin pieces where they grabbed it,
ejected or vented or whatever.
Yeah, whatever it is. Well, this is pour fill spillover, some shit like that. That only where it's actually been connected has there been actual major cleanup, and we just took care of that with either the nippers, the clippers, the scalpels, or the Dremel tool.
But like you could handle a spot where you snip off like a piece of molding line or a molding vent, but like a giant line of like a poorly lined mold and trying to get it clean and finished across a wide space without screwing it up.
The only one we've had that so far was for the Melta-Cannon vent. Dan took care of it the other night. Each in these individual little plenty cell combs, or whatever the hell you want to call it, there was flashing that he cut out, and then it wasn't. It basically the pieces met like this.
They were deformed.
Yeah, which for a piece that thin is standard.
140 degrees, hot water. You dip it in, you get it formed. You dip it back in, you get it formed, and then we had taped it just so it has a memory of where we want it to be at when we're finished with this.
Because that's the Melta-Cannon shroud. That's what I'm looking for. Melta-Cannon shroud. That's going to go over the cannon. And then there's another piece that's going to glue back here. We have the turbo laser blaster, which has a couple little pieces that go over it, but it's still wet, so I don't want to show people right now. We got the missile launcher system. We got, and then next up is the torso.
Here we go. This is what's the next part.
Yeah, we have the waist.
We're going to put this here, and this will be pinned here, and then this whole assembly that's inside here is going to have the head connecting out and the arms connecting on the sides. It's going to connect here. And once we get the whole internal assembly complete,
and then the cover goes on top.
And
that's like a ball joint there on the waist between the torso.
Yes.
Yeah, very
so it's going to be about this. This is the main height. It's going to be a little bit higher than that.
Yeah, plus.
And you can I'll hold it if you want to put that on there for aesthetic purposes.
So it's going to be that tall. Plus.
Arms will be down there on the sides. So
plus weapon systems.
That's our progress, and that's where we are at, and we're going to finish it today because we do need to let these legs dry and set.
You finish the legs toward the waist.
Yeah, that has to. Well, we're going to finish the detail. Once we're able to set things on here.
Yeah.
Because this is always going to be able to come off.
Okay.
Okay. Because you want to go to a game. And you want to be like, okay, this piece is going in here.
Yeah.
The legs are going over here. Arms are here. Weapons are here.
That way, if you're going to change the weapons sooner or later, or if you want to be able to collapse it into smaller parts, so that you don't have a 1.5 tall model rocking around in the back of your car.
It's easy to definitely maneuver, and we're actually thinking about making a insulation foam case for this. So we'll be like cutting out and making a formed case, and you just put it right in. Because I don't think Battle Foam makes anything that's this big.
I couldn't afford anything that big from Battle Foam. I mean, they have great stuff.
Yeah.
But actually, I use Sabo. The Sabo Army cases.
Yes.
I think this one.
Yeah. Now, I wanted to touch on this.
This would fit in the Sabo Army case.
The paint job you're doing on this. This is actually a spray can of what's it called? Hammered
Krylon hammered. It's over there.
It looks. I'll grab it. It looks like bolt gun metal, but it applies so uniform. It's crazy.
Yeah, it gets around the plastic. It's made for plastics, and
it's
resin
made
is
for
a
patio
type
furniture.
of
just
plastic.
Hammered finish from Krylon.
We're going to do a big dry brush of mithril silver, and we're going to do a wash like a really like a Belgian mud wash to give it kind of a oily metal look to it, and then that's going to just be the base coat, and then we're going to go back over here and do black, and we're going to try to do a black cloud mask. So, and that's it. You'll have to see it once I get some test pieces done, and get that technique just right, because everywhere that there are these chaos connections here, like on the front, on the inside here, and on these sides here, around this side here, is going to have that black chaos cloud mask. And if you want to look up the scorpion, was it the brass scorpion? That's a red and black cloud mask. I'm gonna try to do a black cloud mask. So it's gonna be black and white. So really slick and really shiny, and the metal is gonna be really rustic and oily.
Did you want to touch on the tank trap thing?
You can talk about the tank trap ideas.
One of our viewers, was it Catfish?
I think so, Catfish.
On the YouTube video, mentioned to save all the little resin overfill pieces and stuff because they make awesome tank traps. And Dan was saying, yeah, we'll just get some plastic card.
Yeah, just put them on some plastic card and just strip them out, and you can get.
Hey, Games Workshop, that extra 4 pounds of resin you sent me will be useful. Because literally, there's about 4 pounds of extra resin so far. But
yeah, there's a lot of extra resin, but this miniature is definitely worth it.
Yeah.
Oh, and the cool thing, going back and talking about taking these off of the pieces and stuff, they make it so that there's actual like weak lines, and so most of them just snap off.
Huh.
So
that's actually the rear, so perfect.
All right. Well, this is our update as far as work in progress so far. And I'm going to try to get you guys another video uploaded by the time we start getting the torso done. And hopefully, get another progress update as the paint gets more complete. So I really appreciate you guys for letting me get this. Thank you for working on it. Me not having to do anything except, own the camera.
yeah, you just get free hits to your website.
I just get free to the website. Yeah.
People search for Chaos Titan.
Anyway, this will be the business. This is I think the only one that I've ever done. That's the biggest thing I've done, but I've done a lot of Forge World resin pieces before, so I'm pretty familiar.
Everyone thank Jason for dropping a G on this thing.
Yeah, it's good. This is a nice thing.
Like I said before, I had the money, so the order was either going to be a Warhound Titan, a Contemptor Dreadnought and all the weapons, and a Brass Scorpion, or the Chaos Reaver, and all my friends voted on the Reaver, so it's just like...
The Reaver's business.
I think next I'm going to do the Brass Scorpion.
That thing is burly.
Those things are awesome. But anyway.
With your same
color scheme. I guess that pretty much covers everything.
I think so.
I appreciate you guys watching. Hope you enjoyed, and see you next time.
That shit up and snort it.